everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Maria Buben and today's video topic is unboxing of Apple MacBook Air 15-inch, that's the newest model. It's M2 chip technology, 8GB memory and 256GB SSD in the silver color. So this is my first time review of a technology. Please let me know in the comments below how you like this laptop, and without further ado, let's do the unboxing. It opens up here. And let's see how it looks inside. As you can see, it's looking stunning and it's wrapped up in the paper. So let me remove this. And my favorite color, silver color, really looks stunning in my opinion. Otherwise, I heard that it comes in 4 colors. Those are Midnight, which is, I guess, right now very popular. Some people really like it. And then Starlight, going slightly on a gold. I thought of maybe getting that one, but then I decided not to go actually with this silver. And then of course space gray and the silver. There is a user manual. So here you have just a few of those. And of course stickers in silver color. Here is the power cord and the wall outlet here. So let's turn it on. Let's see how that looks like. Let's try setting it up. Okay, so I'm now placing the finger.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
So far, I have tested all Mac computers. My first Mac computer was iMac, which I liked the least because it was always crashing on me. Then Mac Mini. This is another M2 chip technology computer, and I really love this a lot. This one supports a lot of work that I do. And then MacBook Pro 13-inch, 16GB memory and half a terabyte storage. I love this one a lot. It had a great performance. The only thing is that the 13-inch screen was too small for me, and with me having to have so many windows open at the same time, it was hard to keep moving them all around the screen to get some work done. So finally I have decided to try this new MacBook Air 15-inch screen size to see if it's going to be helpful with desktop now being bigger and for me to see better and organize my windows to flow easier. Now let's go over the basic specifications for this laptop. So again, it just came out in June of this year, 2023. And it is 8GB memory RAM, 256GB SSD storage, M2 chip technology, 10 core graphics. As for the camera, that is a front-facing camera, 1080p FaceTime HD, 6 speakers, sound system with force cancelling woofers. Screen resolution is 2880 x 1864. Liquid Retina display, 15.3-inch diagonal LED blacklight display and supports 1 billion colors. Battery life is 18 hours, despite the fact that it's a bigger screen. And it is 3.3 pounds and 11.5 millimeters thin, and that is now the world's thinnest 15-inch laptop. This base model is originally $12.99. However, I was able to get it for $10.49, which is $250 off as an early Black Friday deal at the Best Buy. Still much cheaper than the newest 14-inch MacBook Pro that currently runs for about $2,000 and up, depending on the specifications. So far, I really like the computer a lot, and I just hope that it's going to support all my heavy work when it comes to audio and video recording, editing, working with pictures, PDFs, documents. I do Zoom video calls. So I hope it's going to be a good computer and be able to support all my work. I will let you know in about 15 days because I'm testing it for about 2 weeks. And in meantime, if you want, you can leave a comment below and let me know what you think about this laptop. Is it going to be a good computer for heavy duty work? Again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And let me know if there is any other type of electronics you would like me to do a review on. especially if you're a musician and you use a lot of technology in your music business like me, I would be happy to do another review.
2 weeks later.
Here I am after 2 weeks of testing MacBook Air, and I have decided this laptop may not be the best choice for me and for the type of work that I do. It was just too slow, and even with simple tasks, the whole performance was just not there. So in the meantime, I have decided to go with the newest MacBook Pro that just came out a few weeks ago, and that is M3 chip technology in 18GB memory, 512GB SSD storage in the silver color, and 14-inch in terms of the screen size. Currently runs for $2,000, but I have found it for $1,850 as an early Black Friday deal. So I'm going to do another unboxing and review of this newest MacBook Pro, and also a comparison to MacBook Air, so you can decide which laptop is the best for you. Okay, so this is how the box looks like, and here on the bottom we have some stickers that say 18GB memory, 512GB SSD, 14-inch MacBook Pro with Apple M3 Pro chip. So let's open it. And the first thing that I can see is thicker than MacBook Air, of course, designed by Apple in California. Just these papers. Okay, we have black stickers, Apple stickers. Here is the wall outlet with these collapsible, and then the charging cable. On one end, here is MagSafe 3 port cable that goes directly into the MacBook Pro. And on the other end, this is USB-C, goes directly into the power outlet. Let's identify the ports on this MacBook Pro. On this side, we have MagSafe 3 port. You can charge the computer. And then Thunderbolt 4 USB-C ports, 2 on this side and 1 on the other, again for charging, display, and to connect with an external hub to connect your USB camera, microphone, external hard drive, and other devices. And then on this side, here we have this 3.5mm headphone jack, and then on the other side, HDMI port, 1 more USB-C port, and SDXC card slot. On the bottom, there are 4 feet here. So now the most exciting part is let's plug this MacBook Pro and let's see how it looks like. Here is the famous chime, Apple chime. Okay, so I'm going to quickly set up this computer and let's see what other features can we discover about this MacBook Pro. What I have found on the internet so far is that it weighs 3.5 pounds versus MacBook Air, which is 3.3 pounds. So it is a little heavier. As for thickness, it is 0.61 inch versus 11.5 millimeters of MacBook Air. So it is thicker. As for Retina resolution, it is Liquid Retina XDR display. As for colors, 1 billion colors. And then it is 14.2 diagonal size of the screen. The battery life is up to 18 hours. 14-core GPU, 11-core CPU. The speaker system is 6-speaker sound system with 80% more bass, which is great. They include 2 larger tweeters and 4 force-canceling woofers. Then studio quality microphones, supposedly 60% better signal-to-noise ratio than before, which we can test on Zoom calls, for example. The camera, it is 1080p FaceTime HD camera, which is also supposed to be a better quality camera. The Force Touch trackpad with added functionality. The Touch ID button and other buttons to adjust volume and brightness and other commands versus the touch bar of MacBook Pro from 2020, which I totally didn't like. So many more fancy features that I'm not sure I can cover in this video, as I'm bringing out the most important ones and the most relevant to my work. And as I'm reading reviews of this machine, so far it's a great laptop, very powerful with so many features and possibilities. I definitely need the computer to be fast and to have overall a great performance. So much for watching, and I'll see you next time.